Yo guys, in today's video I'm going to show you a complete controller setting guide. Now what I mean by that is I'm going to go through each setting and I'm going to properly, in depth, explain what they do and why you should do it. With these settings guys, you're going to be moving and shooting exactly like your favourite streamer or your favourite pro player such as Biffle, Aiden or anybody that's in the CDL. All these settings pretty much apply to all of the above. I'm also going to show you guys how to overclock your controller. This is only available to PC users, so if you guys haven't overclocked your controller and you want a more snappy and a less input delayed feeling on your controller, you're going to want to follow the beginning of this video and follow each step that I'm going to provide to you on screen. So firstly, there's a link in the description of the video. You're going to want to open it up and it's going to open this page here. Now this is 100% safe guys. I can guarantee you this has been used for many years by many top streamers, many top pros who are on PC. So there's many videos out there about this specifically, but I'm going to just include this in case you guys haven't done it yet. So once you open this page, it's going to open up this page right here. What you're going to do is open up this link here, highrisbf.zip, click on it, and it's going to bring you to this. Now you're going to click this download button here, download the raw file, download it wherever you want. Desktop's probably the easiest. For me, I have it in my document folder, system tools, and it's going to have a folder called driver. Now you want to click that, click on setup, and it's going to open this page here. Now you're probably wondering, what is this? Firstly, you're going to select all, because as it opens it only detects your mice. Now you're wanting to look for, as I'm using a PS4 controller, this is what it says: audio device, wireless controller. Now this won't be on yes 1001 to begin with, but to get it to that, you're going to want to click on this, make sure this is highlighted like so, click install service. Now I've already done it, so I won't be doing it. Once you've done that, change this, it might be on default, put it to 1000. Install service once again. Once you've done that, untick filter on device. If it's ticked, re-tick it. If it's not ticked initially, make sure you tick it now, and then again once more, install service. Now once you've done that guys, you're going to want to unplug your controller. You can see it disappears from the list, and you want to reconnect it, and now it should show yes 1001, and when it does, that's when you know you've done it correctly. And now you don't have to ever do this again. Just leave the file on your PC wherever. I put it in a document folder out of the way, and your controller, as long as it is plugged into the same USB slot on your PC, it will stay overclocked. Now if you change your wire and put in a different USB slot, I have found that overclock resets and you must overclock it again. I'm pretty sure it overclocks the USB port rather than the wire, so keep that in mind guys. Okay guys, now that we're on the game, I want to cover one of the most underrated things that you can do in Warzone or Call of Duty, and that is abusing rotational aim assist. Now what I mean by that is you have to strafe while you're in a gunfight guys. Now if you guys don't know what strafing is, basically it is moving your left stick while ADS'd. This is strafing. Now you see I don't have my thumb on my right stick at all here, and you can see my aim is going left and right and all over the place on this target. I have not got my thumb on my right thumbstick. This is all from the left thumbstick strafing. Now this is why you see people with such sticky aim in videos, and it makes you look like you're actually hacking. A lot of people have comments accusing them of hacking. All it really is people know how to abuse aim assist more than others, and all the top players that you watch on stream or in tournaments are doing this in every single gunfight guys. You have to get in the habit of abusing rotational aim assist. Now all you have to do is just move your left stick left and right, all in a circular motion, whatever it may be. Circular motion is probably better while you're shooting. That is it guys. That is rotational aim assist. Make sure you abuse the strafe mechanic guys while you're in gunfights. It is a top thing to do. Don't get caught standing still and just moving your aim like this. You'll lose the gunfight 90% of the time guys. You're a sitting duck. Always be on the move guys like this. Always. Okay, next up guys, I'm going to explain what dead zone is. Now, I get this question all the time asking me what my dead zone is, and to be honest, the answer is irrelevant. What my dead zone is not relevant to what your dead zone is. Each controller is completely different. Each controller has more stick drift or less. It depends on the controller, guys. It is completely luck based on the controller that you get. But to test this and see what your dead zone is, you want to go to aiming. Change your sensitivity to 2020. This will make your sticks the most sensitive they can be. Come back to the controller tab, scroll down to dead zone input. Now they've actually added how to test it in the menus, which is really nice. You don't have to go in game. Now I've got mine on 6, 40, 8, 95, 8, 8 for the triggers. Now basically I'll go through these and explain. The left stick is for when you sprint. Mine is on 6. I feel like if you have it too low, you might automatically sprint without meaning to do so. So I set it a little bit higher just in case I have a little bit of stick drift. But to test this, ultimately guys, you put it down to 0. The right and the left stick 0. Now, test. As you can see, I have stick drift in my right stick. As you can see, it's going up and down, up and down. I'm not even touching my controller. Very erratic. So basically, to fix this, to counteract the stick drift that I have, guys, this is what dead zone is all about. Turn that back off. Increase it by 1 each time, guys. Each time. So now I still have it at 1. Still have it at 2. Mine was at 8. Mine doesn't move then. As you can see, my left stick is moving a little bit also. So I had that on 6. That's what I was talking about. You might accidentally move when you have it set to the absolute lowest. Now that is going to make the response lower. The number this is, it's going to make it more responsive, which is what you want. You want it the most responsive, but you don't want it to be moving on its own. So you have to find a happy medium. Now, left stick for me, I set this to 6. Doesn't move. 6 is what I found for my controller. It doesn't move on its own, and it's at its most responsive. That is the lowest I can put it without it moving on its own. And 8 for the right stick. So set it to that, guys. Right stick max 95, left stick max 40. Now for the triggers, same concept. The lower it is, the more responsive, but you don't want it to be shooting or aiming down the sight on its own. So for me, I set mine to 8 and 8. You guys can mess about with it, of course. Find what is perfect for you guys. If you can go lower, perfect. If you need to go higher, that's okay. You can get used to it and it's absolutely fine. Of course, you can reinvest in a new controller, but like I said, you might end up with bad luck and that controller might come already with stick drift. But that's how you test your dead zone, guys. I hope this helped, and I'm going to move on to the next step. The next setting I want to talk to you guys is the stick sensitivity. Now, everybody has a misconception within Call of Duty or Warzone that you must play on a high sense to be good at the game. If you play high sensitivity, it means you're cracked. It means you're a demon. That is simply not true, guys. Actually, most of the top players play on a lower sensitivity, and that is for one reason, and is to abuse aim assist. Now, everybody knows in Call of Duty how broken aim assist is. It's why most of the community player base play on controller, and it's why at the top level you only see controller players, minus 1 or 2 who are on mouse and keyboard. But yeah, to abuse aim assist more, guys, you want to play on a lower sensitivity. It's as simple as that. You get more aim assist the lower you are. You don't want to be too low though, because if you play too low, someone's going to slide past you and you can't keep up. So for me, I would say either play on 5 or 6. You know, you can go up to 7, but once you go past that 7 mark, it starts getting a bit too fast, in my opinion, to properly abuse the aim assist. And the people that do play high, people can control it. They play every day of their life. That is absolutely fine. But it is simply a fact, guys, that you get more aim assist the lower sensitivity that you are on. For me, I play 5.5, 0.95 ADS sensitivity multiplier. Now, what the ADS sensitivity multiplier does is when you are ADS'd at longer ranges or even close range, but mostly for long range, it slows it down a little bit. So basically, what I'm saying is, if I go into the firing range, this is 5.5. You can see my aim assist actually slowing down as I spin around. Look how OP that is. Now, ADS sensitivity multiplier is when I'm ADS like so. It's just a little bit slower. It makes it a bit more snappy. and allows me to stay on the target much easier. So that is why I slightly lower it from 1. You can play on 1. There's arguments that you get more aim assist when you're on 1.00. There's no evidence to back that up. Everybody that I've seen at the top level seem to lower this down to 0.90, 0.95 or even 0.85. But it is completely up to you guys. For me personally, I play 5.5, 0.95. So the next setting I want to cover with you guys is the aim response curve type. Now, most top players will have either dynamic or standard, but again, it is personal preference for you guys. Whatever feels most comfortable to you is the one to use. It is all about you guys, honestly. Everybody is different, but at the top level, most players have dynamic setting, which is what I am running now. Basically, what dynamic does is it reverses what standard does. Now, standard, your speed when you're moving your right stick gradually speeds up the further you go out, right? But on dynamic, you're much more snappier in the center. It basically reverses what standard does. So standard gradually begins slow and then speeds up the further out you get on the sticks. Dynamic starts very snappy and then slows down on the outside. So it just makes you able to snap onto targets a lot more easier. It is something you have to get used to, of course. Again, it is personal preference, but dynamic seems to be the most popular one used in Warzone and in pro play at the top level. Whether that's in tournaments or the CDL, dynamic seems to be the best one, guys. So again, personal preference, use whatever you guys like. Now, the next one is more to do with movement rather than aim, but basically you want to make sure you have automatic tactical sprint enabled, guys. And then also make sure you have tap to slide. Now, on previous Warzone 2, I had on tap to dive because dolphin diving was very good and the slide was very delayed and very clunky, but they have since resolved this. And the slide in Warzone 3, Urzikstan MW3 is much more responsive and is a lot better than dive. So make sure you change this to tap to slide. I was initially using tap to dive, and once I changed to this, guys, it was so much easier to maneuver around in fights. It made me a lot more, it just made me better, to be honest. So basically what that is going to do, guys, I'll show you in the firing range. Automatic tack sprint, when you move your left stick forward, you're in a tack sprint straight away. You don't have to double click, your movement is much more fluent, more free. Tap to slide just lets you slide, like so. You don't have to hold it down, it's just one simple tap, the slide button, and you're sliding about everywhere. This is the best settings for the movement, guys. 100% play on automatic tactical sprint and tap to slide. So guys, I've pretty much covered all of the most important controller settings in this video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll through all of my settings now very slowly. You guys can go through them at your own pace if you want to speed the video up or slow it down. And you can copy all of my settings. And here we go, guys. That is the end of the controller setting video guide, guys. If we can get 750 likes on this video, I am going to release a Warzone 3 movement tips and tricks movement guide, guys. You're going to be moving like the top pros. You're going to know every little secret, every advantage that you guys can apply to your game. I am going to share with you if we get 750 likes. Guys, we just hit 100,000 subs on YouTube. Thank you so much, everybody, for the support and the love that you guys show me on my videos. I am not slowing down anytime soon. This is just the beginning, and I'm glad you guys enjoy the content. I love you all so much. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video.